Good evening, nice to see you. It's a digital world and we're losing that personal touch. We have more ways to connect than ever before, yet we're feeling disconnected. Texts and emails seem to have taken the place of meetings and we're feeling a little bit emptier. So does it matter? It matters if we want long-lasting relationships. It matters if we want closeness, and it definitely matters if we want that old-fashioned love. Now, I had the opportunity to interview and survey 853 singles between the ages of 25 and 67 from 11 different countries. I asked them questions about what they're looking for in love and how they use the digital world to find relationships. They said that they're looking for mutual respect, truthfulness, caring, fidelity, compassion, love of life, kindness, integrity, and playfulness. I then asked them if they had role models when they were growing up for these characteristics. 61% had positive role models. 39% said that they didn't have a good role model, but they still wanted a relationship that was based on values. And it's interesting to know that values have stood the test of time. We're finding relationships today in different ways, but people still want relationships with values. 1995, there was no such thing as online dating, was there? But 68% of our respondents use online dating to find relationships. And look at this, it's big business today. 932 million last year in dating sites, virtual dating, video dating, online dating assistants, and social networks. So we asked our survey respondents, how trustworthy are people that you're meeting online? Half of them said that people would say anything just to get them into bed. If you look at this, 91% of people said that people are moderately trustworthy or worse that they're meeting online. In order to have, isn't that sweet? In order to have lasting, loving, values-based relationships, we've got to meet face-to-face, stare into each other's eyes, and really make that personal connection. We're using technology to speed up relationships today, but what's happening is distancing and a false sense of connection and a false sense of intimacy. So I asked the survey respondents to tell me a little bit about how soon they send intimate information in emails. Look at this, 14% after 2. They haven't even met the person yet. 38% after 3, and 47% after 4. This is without a formal in-person meeting. Technology is terrific to keep in touch with relationships that we already have. What about sending your sweetie a little text during the day, say, I'm thinking about you, or, ooh, this is what I'll be wearing when you get home. But we don't use them to build the foundation of a relationship. And what about sexting? This has been an interesting phenomenon of the digital age, hasn't it? But it's also having some very interesting consequences as we started to see. For instance, ABC News reported this the end of October. Cell phone salesman steals nude pics from customer's phone and shares them with others. So that's an interesting ramification we're having from the digital age. And we all saw what happened in London, didn't we, with a certain royalty. We're moving at warp speed today, and I'm going to suggest when it comes to your relationships to slow them down, to take the time to really get to know a person and not consider being online as a date. But the way we can use technology is to find a date online, but take it offline as quickly as we can to talk, to meet, to connect, and to use the best of all of those worlds. There's also an app that I created called Are You For Me, which you can take on your date and find out how your date meets your values. So it's combining the best of values-based and the digital world. I'm going to leave you with some do's and don'ts this evening. Do get clear about what you want in a relationship. Take your time and be very discerning. When you go out with someone you've met online, have your BS detector handy. Some of the don'ts. Don't do full disclosure in texts or emails. Don't rush to be exclusive. What about that idea of dating a few people at the same time and doing some screening? And don't worry that time is running out. It's not. Relish the slowness of developing old-fashioned love. Like a fine wine, it improves with age, and you cannot rush the aging process. Thank you.